Hello friends, this is Dr. Shashi Agarwal. I welcome you all. Today our subject is development economics. Under development economics, we are going to cover a very important topic, that is Schumpeter's model of growth. Under Schumpeter's model of growth, we are going to cover the component of the growth model which is given by the Schumpeter, that is the economic development and decay of capitalism. Then we are going to understand the growth process and what is the criticism of the Schumpeter's model of growth, and is Schumpeter's model of growth is applicable to the underdeveloped economies. Its written note, they will also be available at my blog, and its Hindi lecture will also be available at my second channel, that is the Shashi Agarwal Economics and Law classes. Even the student, their medium is Hindi and they want Hindi notes along with the Hindi explanation, that will also be available at my second channel, that is the Shashi Agarwal Economics and Law classes, at the end of this week. So what is the Schumpeter's model of growth? In 1911, it was the model which was given by the German economist Professor Schumpeter in his book The Theory of Economic Development. According to Schumpeter, the innovation is the driving force behind the economic growth. Innovation means the innovation could be finding some new source of raw material, reorganization of the industry. It may be finding some new method of producing. It may be some useful product. Innovation is the primary force behind the economic growth. And when we talk about the growth, it is not the result of the set of continuous changes, because the growth is caused by the discontinuous changes. Like we were earlier doing something, now we are doing something in different way. Schumpeter has focused on the point that when the economy reached to the higher height, then there is a downfall of the capitalism. He strongly emphasized the point that the downfall of the capitalism is to traced not in the failure of the system, but in the growth of the system behind it. Economic development, according to Schumpeter, it is spontaneous. It is not gradual, it is not harmonious. There is a quick and continuous changes in the channels of the flow. There is a disturbance in the earlier equilibrium. And we have, due to the economic development, we have new position of equilibrium, which moves from the lower point to the higher point, which is a sign of economic development. Economic development is caused due to the disturbance in the system, and he also differentiate between the growth and development. Economic development is a spontaneous and discontinuous changes. Growth means consistent and continuously changes in the system. And according to Schumpeter, the innovation are the prime cause of economic development. They bring prosperity and development to the system, and the economy reaches to the higher point of equilibrium. But when the impact of the innovation is exhausted, then we find the situation of the stagnating economy, the situation of deflation, but the economy moves to the higher point of equilibrium, which is a sign of economic development. So Schumpeter's model of growth is based on these assumptions. Economic activity is a circular flow. There is a perfect competition, there is a flow of discontinuous changes, and the credit is easily available, and the economy is in a state of equilibrium. Now we will understand the growth process which is given by the Schumpeter. There are two components, economic development and the downfall of capitalism. We will understand first what is economic development. The economy is in a stationary equilibrium, and economy is in stationary equilibrium. The features of the stationary equilibrium are all economic activities, they repeat themselves. There is a circular flow. Demand and supply, they are in equilibrium. There is the optimum level of production. There is a perfect competition, and the factors of production, they get reward equal to marginal productivity, and price is just equal to average cost, so there is no profit. Rate of interest has the tendency to be zero, and full employment is the present in the stationary equilibrium. And the growth is brought by the entrepreneur or the innovators. They take the risk, they introduce new technology, and according to Schumpeter, the innovation are the driving force of the economic growth, and they are called the captain of the industries. So what are the 5 types of innovation which are introduced by the entrepreneur or the innovator? Innovation of new goods, new products, and use of new methods of production, process of production, exploring new markets, finding new source of raw material, and the reorganization of the industry. Like starting the innovators or entrepreneur who introduce the innovation, they require the knowledge. They should have the technical knowledge how to introduce, how to bring the innovation. For bringing up the innovation, they need funds. That is, they require capital. And the capital is available in the form of bank credit, and that is easily available. Bank credit is an integral element of Schumpeter's model of growth. He also highlighted forced saving. It is an important mean of capital accumulation. By borrowing from the banks, the innovator prefer to produce more of producer goods rather than the consumer goods. Means of production, they are withdrawn from the production of the consumer goods industry to the production of the producer goods industry. Now we are going to just summarize economic development. Process of growth starts from the stationary economy, where the economic activity, there is a perfect competition, economic activity repeat themselves, and there is a full employment. Due to the introduction of the innovation, there is a rise in profits because innovations are there, due to which the demand is more, and the organization, they are having profits. Or innovation that depends upon the bank credit, and bank credit is easily available, and there is a wave of optimism, there is a prosperity, and there is a forced saving factors because the means of production, they are diverted from the consumer good industry to producer goods industry. And there is also rise of speculative activities. Speculative activities are those which we buy the things which we could sell at in future at the high rates. So there is more speculative activities, and the bank credit is easily available. When the impact of the innovation is exhausted, because when there is an innovation, in the starting phase we could earn high profits because we have introduced the innovation. After some period, every firm starts imitating our innovation. So the impact of the innovation exhausted. After some time, the economy starts stagnating, but economy moves from the lower point to the higher point, which indicates a sign, which is a sign of economic development. Now we have understood the economic development. Now we will understand what is the decay of capitalism, downfall of capitalism. The success of the capitalism itself be the cause of the decay. There are 3 principal factors which cause the decay of the capitalism, like the obsolescence of the entrepreneur function. Schumpeter said innovation, they are caused by the entrepreneur, but with the passage of time, the function of the entrepreneur will be limited and they will be replaced by the managers. Destruction of the institutional framework, because the work which started the process of economic development from the sole proprietorship will end up in the joint stock company. There will be a separation of ownership and management. So destruction of the institutional framework, destruction of the protecting power. Monarchy is replaced by the democracy, and the class of intellectual will be there. They will be having knowledge and they will be start thinking and adopting new perspective, but they will not get the jobs. So they will join the hands with workers and revolt against the capitalism. Schumpeter's model of economic growth, like the production function, it is dependent upon O is the output, L is the labor, K is the resource endowment, and Q is the size of the capital and the level of technology. And the saving depends upon the wages, R is rate of profit, small r is the interest rate. And total investment could be divided into two factors: induced investment, which is induced investment. When the entrepreneur get more profit, they will make more investment. Autonomous investment, which is devoid of any profit motive. So investment, they are equal to autonomous investment and the induced investments. Induced investment depends upon the level of profit, that is the R, small r the interest rate, and Q is the stock of capital. Autonomous investment depends upon the resource discovery and the technological progress. Resource discovery is K and technological progress is T, and technology progress and rate of discovery depends upon the supply of the entrepreneur. Schumpeter's model of economic growth highlights the supply of the entrepreneur depends upon the rate of the profit, that is R. X is the social climate. Gross national product depends upon the relation between the saving and investment and their super multiplier. So K is the super multiplier, investment minus saving. The wage bill depend upon the level of the investments. The social climate is reflected by the distribution of income. X is the social climate, R is the rate of profit, which is divided by the wages. So gross national product equals to profit plus wages. Schumpeter's model is criticized on these grounds that Schumpeter has given undue importance to the entrepreneur and the innovators, because the role of entrepreneur and innovator is very less, that is performed by the paid managers. Even they have given undue importance to the technology, but they say that technology brings the economic development, but technology is one of the factors. Capital is also very important that he has ignored. Even he has given undue importance to the autonomous investment. The induced investment also play a very vital role in the economic development. Undue importance to the innovation, because innovation is one factor. There are many other factors which he has ignored, and he has falsely predicted that there will be decay of capitalism. But when the prosperity is there, so according to Schumpeter, the capitalism should be, there should be downfall, but the capitalism becomes more stronger. So he has predicted falsely. Schumpeter's theory and underdeveloped countries. Basically, Schumpeter's highlighted individual motive. He ignored the social compulsion, because under the less developed countries there is a there is a development with social justice, and the when we compare the developed nation and the underdeveloped nation, different economic and social structures they are present. In the underdeveloped economy, they have lack of able entrepreneur, they have lack of suitable entrepreneur. But according to Schumpeter's model of growth, there are able and more supply of able entrepreneur. It also ignored the impact of the increasing pressure of population which is found in less developed nation on the economic development. They have ignored the pressure of more population on the economic development. Under less developing nations, there should be growth with social justice, but Schumpeter's model has ignored that aspect. It is also not suitable for socialist and mixed economy, and the less developed nation, they have more their economic system on the socialistic and the mixed economy pattern. Underdeveloped nations, inflation is caused by more demand. He has put on the pressure that the forced saving brings the economic development. So underdeveloped nation, because they lack capital, so they demand multiple products, so the inflation is triggered. Schumpeter's model of growth is a very good model, but it is not suitable to the less developed nations.